Hello everyone, this is Hannah here from Virtually Fluent. Welcome to today's video, which is a vocabulary video. We're going to do a quick tour of this car so that we can learn vocabulary for parts of the car in English. So we're going to start here at the front of the car. This is the bonnet. This part pops up. Inside you have things like the engine and the battery. Do note that the bonnet is the British English word. In American English they may call it the hood instead. Down at the front of the car here we have the bumper, and moving around to the side we have different types of lights. You have the headlights, the side lights, the full beams, and when you want to turn right or left inside you will put on your indicators, which will show as lights here too. Coming down here you will have the special identification for the car, which will be the number plate, also called the license plate or the registration number. And up here we have the windscreen, this big glass window, and on the windscreen you would have these wipers which you can switch on when it is raining, and inside you would have some washer fluid which you can squeeze in order to clean the windscreen. Now moving on to the side of the car, we have these which are the wing mirrors. I can open those. Coming over here we have the car door. In our case we have 4 car doors, some cars will have 2. To open the door you will need the handle. This one you can pull to open the door and to close the door. Up here we have the roof of the car. Over here we have the fuel tank, which we can open, and when we go to the petrol station we would then put the fuel inside. And down here at the bottom we have 4 of these. We have the tyres and the wheels. So the rubber part is the tyre, the rubber tyre, and the metal part would be the wheel. Now at the back of the car, this is the boot, although in American English they would tend to use the word trunk. And this opens and closes. You also have different lights here, the reverse lights and also the brake lights, and on the bottom of some cars you will be able to see the exhaust pipe too. I am now in the driver's seat, although over here we have the passenger seat, and in the rear of the car we have the back seats. It's very important when we're driving to put our seat belt on, so I will put that on. Over here we have the steering wheel, the part that we hold to move the car right and left, and in order to turn the car on or off we would need the ignition to be put on. In our case we put the key in and we would turn the key in order to turn the ignition on or off. However, a lot of automatic cars nowadays will just have a button that you press on and off. Over here we have the dashboard. You can see on the right here we have the speedometer, which will tell us at which speed we're going. We also have the fuel gauge. It tells us how much petrol we have in the car, as well as our mileage counter, which tells us how many miles we have done. In our case we have a manual car, which means that we have here the gear stick. We have different gears, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and in our case a reverse. However, some cars may be automatic. They won't have this kind of gear stick. It will look a little different. They have drive, reverse, neutral and park. It's very important that we have our handbrake on too when we park up the car. Moving down to the pedals, we have the clutch, which we need to use in order to change gear. We also have the brake pedal to slow down and the accelerator to speed up. It's very important to always check your mirrors. We've already spoken about our wing mirrors, and up here we have our rear view mirror. Some other important features in the car include our hazard lights, which we can turn on and turn off. We also have some cup holders down here. And up here we have a touchscreen infotainment system, which will have features like GPS, radio, air conditioning and heating. In the passenger seat there are also some important features. We have the glove compartment, which opens and closes, and we have the bonnet release feature. When I lift this, the bonnet at the front of the car will open. That's it for today's English vocabulary video on parts of the car. Hopefully you learned something new. If you did, or just liked today's video, go ahead and give us a like, a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn notifications on so you know exactly when we release new videos on English vocabulary, grammar and pronunciation too. If you would like to practice today's vocabulary, you can go ahead and take our driving vocabulary course. I've left the link to that in the description below. That's everything for today. This is Hannah from Virtually Fluent, bringing English to life.